Ever feel like you're constantly juggling the expectations of others, trying to keep up with the latest trends and worrying about what people might think? Trust me, you're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, the pressure to care about everything and everyone can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you that there's a way to break free from this cycle of constant concern? What if you could learn to let go of the things that don't truly matter and find peace in the present moment? That's where Stoicism comes in. This ancient philosophy offers a roadmap to mastering the art of not caring. And in this video, we're going to dive deep into 15 practical Stoic principles that will help you navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. These principles are not just lofty ideals, but practical tools you can use in your everyday life. So if you're tired of feeling overwhelmed by the pressures of modern life, if you're ready to reclaim your peace of mind and live with greater clarity and purpose, then join us on this journey towards mastering the art of not caring. And hey, if you find value in what you see here today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Because together, we can create a community committed to living our best, most authentic lives. Principle 1. Focus on what's within your control. In the chaotic whirlwind of life, it's easy to get swept up in worrying about things that are beyond our control. From the weather to other people's opinions, there are countless factors vying for our attention and energy. But Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson. The key to inner peace lies in focusing solely on what we can control. Imagine a ship navigating through stormy seas. While the captain cannot control the weather, they can control the direction of the ship, the positioning of the sails, and the decisions they make to keep the vessel afloat. Similarly, in our own lives, we must learn to identify and prioritize the aspects we have agency over. By redirecting our attention away from external circumstances and towards our own thoughts, actions, and choices, we reclaim power over our lives. We no longer expend energy fretting over the unpredictable twists and turns of fate, but instead channel our efforts into making intentional decisions and pursuing our goals. This principle isn't about ignoring the world around us or shirking responsibility. Rather, it's a call to discernment and wisdom. By focusing on what's within our control, we become more resilient in the face of adversity, more effective in achieving our objectives, and ultimately more at peace with ourselves and our circumstances. So the next time you find yourself overwhelmed by worries or frustrations, take a moment to pause and ask, is this within my control? If not, let it go. And if so, take action with confidence, knowing that you have the power to shape your own destiny. Principle 2. Embrace impermanence. In the grand tapestry of life, change is the only constant. Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius and Seneca understood this fundamental truth and advocated for embracing impermanence as a cornerstone of wisdom and resilience. Imagine standing on the shore, watching as waves crash upon the sand, each one different from the last, yet part of the same vast ocean. Just as the tide ebbs and flows, so too do the circumstances of our lives. Successes and failures, joys and sorrows, they come and go like fleeting moments in time. To embrace impermanence is to cultivate a deep acceptance of the transitory nature of existence. It's about acknowledging that nothing in this world lasts forever, and that clinging to the past or anxiously anticipating the future only leads to suffering. Instead, we are encouraged to live fully in the present moment, appreciating the beauty and richness of each experience as it unfolds. Like a leaf dancing in the wind, we learn to let go of attachments and expectations, flowing gracefully with the rhythms of life. Stoic philosophers remind us that our time on this earth is finite, and it's up to us to make the most of it. By embracing impermanence, we gain a newfound sense of freedom and liberation, unburdened by the weight of what once was or what might be. Let us cherish each precious moment, knowing that it is but a fleeting glimpse of eternity, and find solace in the knowledge that change is not to be feared, but embraced as an inherent part of the human experience. Principle 3. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization is a powerful practice rooted in Stoic philosophy, championed by philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca. It involves intentionally imagining the worst-case scenarios in our lives, not to induce fear or anxiety, but to prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally for whatever challenges may arise. In our modern world, we often shy away from contemplating negative outcomes, preferring to focus on positivity and optimism. However, Stoicism teaches us that by confronting our fears head-on, we can develop a greater sense of resilience and inner strength. Imagine for a moment facing a difficult situation, a job loss, a health scare, or the loss of a loved one. By engaging in negative visualization, we mentally rehearse how we would cope with such challenges, preparing ourselves to respond with courage and grace. This practice isn't about dwelling on worst-case scenarios or succumbing to pessimism. Instead, it's a way of cultivating gratitude for the present moment and a deeper appreciation for life's blessings. By acknowledging the fragility of our circumstances, we learn to cherish each moment and live with a greater sense of purpose and intention. Stoic philosophers understood that adversity is an inevitable part of the human experience. By embracing negative visualization, we can face life's uncertainties with equanimity, knowing that we have the inner resources to navigate even the darkest of times. So, let us follow in the footsteps of the Stoics and embrace the practice of negative visualization. Let us confront our fears with courage and resilience, knowing that by doing so, we can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude and peace in our lives. Principle 4. Develop virtue. Stoic philosophers, including Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasize the importance of cultivating virtue as a pathway to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Virtue, in the Stoic tradition, encompasses qualities such as courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice. In today's world, the pursuit of external rewards and validations often takes precedence over inner character development. However, Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come from aligning our actions with virtuous principles. To develop virtue is to strive for excellence in thought, word, and deed, to act in accordance with our highest values and principles, regardless of external circumstances. It's about cultivating a moral compass that guides our choices and decisions, even in the face of adversity or temptation. Imagine a person faced with a moral dilemma. Perhaps they have the opportunity to cheat or deceive for personal gain. The Stoic response would be to uphold their principles of honesty and integrity, knowing that true virtue lies in doing what is right, even when it's difficult. By prioritizing virtue over external rewards or social approval, we free ourselves from the shackles of ego and materialism. We become less concerned with seeking validation from others and more focused on living a life of purpose and integrity. Stoic philosophers believed that virtue was the highest good, the one thing that could never be taken away from us. In a world filled with uncertainty and impermanence, cultivating inner virtue provides a stable foundation upon which to build our lives. So let us heed the wisdom of the Stoics and commit ourselves to the pursuit of virtue. Let us strive to embody courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice in all that we do, knowing that true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with our highest values and principles. Principle 5. Serve others. Stoicism teaches us the profound importance of serving others as a pathway to fulfillment and inner peace. In a world often dominated by self-interest and individualism, the Stoics remind us that true happiness lies in contributing to the greater good and fostering connections with our fellow human beings. Imagine a world where everyone prioritizes their own needs and desires above all else. It's a world filled with loneliness, mistrust, and isolation. But when we shift our focus outward and seek to serve others, we create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion that enriches not only the lives of those around us, but also our own. Serving others isn't just about grand gestures or acts of charity. It's about embodying the spirit of empathy and generosity in our everyday interactions. It's about lending a listening ear to a friend in need, offering a helping hand to a stranger, or simply showing kindness and compassion to those we encounter. When we serve others, we cultivate a sense of connection and belonging that transcends our individual circumstances. We realize that we are part of something greater than ourselves, and that our actions have the power to make a positive impact on the world around us. Stoic philosophers understood that true fulfillment comes from living in harmony with our fellow human beings. By serving others, we not only alleviate suffering and promote well-being, but we also enrich our own lives and deepen our understanding of what it means to be truly human. So let us embrace the lesson of serving others with open hearts and willing hands. Let us look for opportunities to make a difference in the lives of those around us, knowing that in doing so, we cultivate a sense of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment that transcends our individual selves. Principle 6. Choose your values wisely. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue and ethical living, underscores the importance of consciously choosing our values and principles to guide our actions and decisions. This principle resonates deeply with the teachings of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher known for his emphasis on personal responsibility and moral integrity. In today's world, we are bombarded with countless messages and influences that shape our beliefs and priorities. From societal expectations to cultural norms, it's easy to adopt values that may not align with our true selves or lead to lasting fulfillment. To choose our values wisely is to engage in a process of introspection and discernment, identifying the principles that resonate most deeply with our authentic selves and align with our vision of a meaningful life. It's about asking ourselves tough questions and reflecting on what truly matters to us, beyond fleeting desires or external validations. Imagine a person faced with a decision that challenges their values. Perhaps they're tempted to compromise their integrity for the sake of personal gain. The Stoic response would be to pause and reflect on their core values, considering the long-term consequences of their actions and striving to uphold their principles, even in the face of temptation. By consciously choosing our values, we reclaim agency over our lives and cultivate a sense of purpose and direction. We become less swayed by external influences and more anchored in our own sense of integrity and authenticity. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This sentiment underscores the importance of aligning our actions with our values, regardless of external circumstances. In doing so, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that transcends the ups and downs of life. Principle 7. Simplify your life. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the constant barrage of information, distractions, and obligations. Principle 7 of Mastering the Art of Not Caring involves simplifying our lives, a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and peace of mind come from letting go of unnecessary distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Simplifying our lives isn't just about decluttering our physical spaces. It's about decluttering our minds and our schedules as well. Imagine a person surrounded by clutter, both physical and mental. Their home is filled with possessions they rarely use, their schedule packed with commitments that leave them feeling drained and overwhelmed. By simplifying their life, they can create space for what truly matters, reducing stress and increasing their sense of well-being. Simplifying our lives allows us to focus our time and energy on the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. It's about prioritizing experiences over possessions, relationships over material wealth, and inner peace over external achievements. Stoic philosophers understood the value of simplicity in fostering a sense of contentment and tranquility. Seneca, for example, wrote extensively about the importance of living in accordance with nature and embracing a life of moderation and simplicity. By simplifying our lives, we can cultivate a greater sense of clarity and purpose. We become less attached to material possessions and external validations, finding fulfillment in the present moment rather than constantly striving for more. Let us declutter our minds, our schedules, and our possessions, creating space for what truly matters. In doing so, we can cultivate a deeper sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment in our lives. Principle 8. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of being fully present in the moment and cultivating awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This principle resonates deeply with the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor who emphasized the value of inner tranquility and self-awareness. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's all too easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of distractions and obligations, losing touch with our inner selves in the process. But by practicing mindfulness, we can reclaim our sense of presence and cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. Imagine a person sitting in meditation, their mind calm and focused, their attention anchored in the present moment. Through mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to our thoughts and sensations, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, gaining insight into the patterns and habits that shape our lives. It empowers us to respond to life's challenges with greater equanimity and resilience, rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or frustration. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This sentiment underscores the importance of cultivating mindfulness as a means of mastering our own inner world, regardless of external circumstances. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional intelligence, enabling us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Principle 9. Exercise self-discipline. Self-discipline is a fundamental principle in Stoic philosophy, championed by philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca. It involves cultivating the ability to control our impulses, emotions, and desires, and aligning our actions with our values and goals. In today's world, where instant gratification and indulgence are often celebrated, the concept of self-discipline can seem daunting. However, Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and fulfillment come from mastering our own impulses and desires rather than being controlled by them. Imagine a person faced with a temptation, a tempting dessert, the allure of procrastination, or the urge to give in to anger. By exercising self-discipline, they resist the temptation and stay true to their principles, knowing that true strength lies in mastering oneself. Self-discipline isn't about denying ourselves pleasure or stifling our emotions. It's about harnessing our willpower to pursue what truly matters to us. It's about setting goals, creating healthy habits, and persevering in the face of adversity, even when it's challenging. Stoic philosophers understood the importance of self-discipline in achieving excellence and living a virtuous life. Seneca wrote, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior." This sentiment highlights the power of self-discipline in overcoming obstacles and achieving our goals. By exercising self-discipline, we can cultivate a sense of inner strength and resilience that empowers us to overcome challenges and achieve our highest aspirations. Principle 10. Accept reality. Accepting reality is a core principle of Stoic philosophy, advocated by philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius. It involves acknowledging and embracing the present moment as it is, without resistance or denial, and finding peace in the midst of life's challenges. In today's world, Where uncertainty and adversity are inevitable, the practice of accepting reality can be a powerful tool for cultivating resilience and inner peace. Instead of railing against the circumstances we cannot change, Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on responding to them with wisdom and grace. Imagine a person facing a setback, a job loss, a health crisis, or a relationship ending. By accepting reality, they acknowledge the situation for what it is, without succumbing to despair or self-pity. Instead, they focus on what they can control and take proactive steps to navigate the challenges they face. Accepting reality isn't about passivity or resignation. It's about embracing life with open arms, even when it's difficult. It's about finding beauty and meaning in the midst of chaos and recognizing that every experience, whether joyful or painful, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Stoic philosophers understood that true freedom comes from accepting the things we cannot change and focusing our efforts on what we can control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This sentiment underscores the importance of cultivating a mindset of acceptance and resilience in the face of adversity. By accepting reality, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and equanimity that transcends external circumstances. So, let us heed the wisdom of the Stoics and embrace reality as it is, knowing that true freedom comes from accepting life on its own terms. Principle 11. Learn from adversity. Learning from adversity is a foundational principle in Stoic philosophy, espoused by philosophers such as Seneca and Epictetus. It involves embracing challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and self-improvement, rather than viewing them as obstacles to be avoided or overcome. In our journey through life, we inevitably encounter obstacles, setbacks, and hardships. Instead of succumbing to despair or resentment, Stoicism teaches us to approach these challenges with a spirit of resilience and curiosity, seeking to extract valuable lessons and insights from our experiences. Imagine a person facing a difficult situation, a job loss, a personal tragedy, or a failure. By adopting a Stoic mindset, they view the adversity as an opportunity for introspection and growth, asking themselves what they can learn from the experience and how they can emerge stronger and wiser as a result. Learning from adversity isn't about denying the pain or difficulty of our experiences. It's about reframing them as opportunities for growth and transformation. It's about recognizing that every setback has the potential to teach us valuable lessons about ourselves, our values, and our priorities. Seneca famously wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that adversity is not something to be avoided or feared, but rather embraced as an integral part of the human experience. By learning from adversity, we cultivate a sense of resilience and wisdom that enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace and courage. Principle 12. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a profound principle in Stoic philosophy, championed by philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. It involves letting go of resentment, anger, and grudges towards others, and cultivating a spirit of compassion and understanding. In our lives, we inevitably encounter situations where we feel wronged or betrayed by others. Instead of holding on to these negative emotions, Stoicism teaches us to practice forgiveness as a means of freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and moving forward with grace and peace. Imagine a person who has been hurt by someone close to them, a friend, a family member, or a colleague. By practicing forgiveness, they release the grip of anger and resentment that has held them captive, choosing instead to extend compassion and understanding towards the person who has wronged them. Forgiveness is not about condoning or excusing harmful behavior. It's about freeing ourselves from the cycle of negativity and pain that comes from holding on to grudges. It's about recognizing that holding on to resentment only serves to prolong our suffering, while forgiveness offers us the opportunity to heal and move forward with our lives. Seneca wrote, "To forgive all is as inhuman as to forgive none." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that forgiveness is not only a noble virtue, but also a necessary one for our own well-being and inner peace. By practicing forgiveness, we cultivate a sense of empathy and compassion that enables us to foster deeper connections with others and experience greater peace and harmony in our relationships. So let us heed the wisdom of the Stoics and embrace forgiveness as a pathway to healing and liberation, knowing that in forgiving others, we ultimately free ourselves. Principle 13. Embrace solitude. Embracing solitude is a profound principle in Stoic philosophy, exemplified by the teachings of Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius. It involves finding peace and contentment in spending time alone, away from the distractions and demands of the external world. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected society, solitude is often viewed as something to be avoided or feared. However, Stoicism teaches us that solitude is not a sign of weakness or loneliness, but rather an opportunity for introspection, self-discovery, and inner growth. Imagine a person seeking refuge from the noise and chaos of the world. A quiet corner of a park, a solitary hike in nature, or a moment of stillness in their own home. In solitude, they find a sanctuary where they can reconnect with themselves, reflect on their thoughts and emotions, and cultivate a deeper understanding of who they are and what they value. Embracing solitude isn't about isolating ourselves from others or withdrawing from the world. It's about finding balance between engagement with the external world and introspection of the internal world. It's about carving out space in our lives for quiet contemplation and self-reflection, away from the constant distractions and demands of modern life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best retreat is in here, your own self." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that true peace and contentment come from within, rather than from external sources or circumstances. By embracing solitude, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. Principle 14. Maintain a sense of humor. It involves cultivating a lighthearted attitude towards life's challenges and adversities, finding joy and laughter even in the face of difficulty. In the Stoic tradition, humor is seen as a powerful tool for coping with life's uncertainties and hardships. Instead of taking ourselves too seriously or dwelling on our troubles, Stoicism teaches us to approach life with a playful and lighthearted attitude, finding humor in the absurdities and imperfections of the human experience. Imagine a person facing a setback or disappointment, a missed deadline, a minor mishap, or a silly mistake. Instead of getting frustrated or upset, they choose to laugh it off, recognizing the humor in the situation and refusing to let it ruin their day. Maintaining a sense of humor isn't about denying the seriousness of life's challenges. It's about acknowledging them with a spirit of levity and resilience. It's about recognizing that laughter is a powerful tool for relieving stress, boosting morale, and fostering connections with others. Seneca wrote, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in the present moment and embracing life's ups and downs with grace and humor. By maintaining a sense of humor, we cultivate a greater sense of resilience and perspective that enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. So let us heed the wisdom of the Stoics and embrace humor as a powerful tool for coping with life's uncertainties, knowing that in laughter we can find joy and resilience even in the darkest of times. Principle 15. Cultivate gratitude. It involves recognizing and appreciating the blessings in our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, and finding contentment in the present moment. In our fast-paced, consumer-driven society, it's all too easy to focus on what we lack rather than what we have. However, Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come from cultivating a mindset of gratitude, acknowledging the abundance that surrounds us, and finding joy in the simple pleasures of life. Imagine a person taking a moment to pause and reflect on the blessings in their life, the warmth of the sun on their face, the laughter of loved ones, or the beauty of nature. In that moment of gratitude, they feel a sense of contentment and peace wash over them, knowing that they are truly blessed. Cultivating gratitude isn't about denying the challenges or hardships we face. It's about shifting our perspective to focus on the positive aspects of our lives, even in the midst of adversity. It's about recognizing that every experience, whether joyful or painful, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Seneca wrote, "A man who is thankful for little things is likely to be thankful for big things." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that true happiness and fulfillment come from appreciating the blessings in our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. In conclusion, mastering the art of not caring is a journey that requires courage, resilience, and wisdom. Through the timeless principles of Stoic philosophy, we have explored 15 practical strategies for navigating life's challenges with grace and resilience. Each principle offers valuable insights and tools for living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. But the journey doesn't end here. As you reflect on the principles discussed in this video, I encourage you to share which ones resonated with you the most. Was it the importance of embracing solitude or the power of forgiveness? Or perhaps it was the practice of mindfulness or the cultivation of gratitude. Whatever it may be, I invite you to engage with our community by leaving a comment below and sharing your thoughts and insights. And if you found value in what you've seen here today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on personal development and Stoic philosophy. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay resilient, stay mindful, and stay stoic.